The stars shimmered in the void as the Xenos approached the planet. Earth was a curious blue dot in their scanners. It was alive, vibrant, pulsing with energy that even their most advanced instruments struggled to quantify. The Xenos had traveled light years in search of new worlds to study, new cultures to encounter. They did not expect what they found here. The leader of the Xenos delegation was Arkat. He was tall by their species standards, thin, covered in silvery skin that refracted the dim starlight. Arkat's people were known as the Ishara. They prized logic above all else. Emotion was a tool, a relic of evolutionary necessity. Nothing more. So when their sensors picked up the strange rhythmic signals emanating from Earth, they were baffled. Arkat stood on the bridge of their massive ship, the Envoy. He observed the glowing orb of Earth through the viewport. The signals continued to pour in, waves of sound and pattern and inexplicable harmony. What could this be, he wondered. Was it a form of communication? A warning, or perhaps something deeper? The crew worked tirelessly to decode the signals. Their machines translated the sounds into visuals. Strange markings on spinning discs, human voices layered with instruments, pulsing beats that seemed to align with the heart rates of the Ishara themselves. Arkat found his curiosity growing. He summoned his advisor, a specialist in cultural studies, Vinara. Vinara entered the bridge with her usual efficiency. Her gait was precise, her demeanor calm. "What do you make of this?" Arkat asked. She analyzed the recordings. "These patterns, they defy logic. They serve no purpose we can discern. Yet they are not random. They evoke a response, even among our crew." Arkat nodded. He had noticed the subtle changes in his people. Heads tilted as if listening, hands tapping on control panels. Even his own heartbeat felt strange, faster, syncing with the rhythm. "We must investigate further," he decided. The Ishara sent a delegation to Earth. A sleek vessel descended through the atmosphere. It landed in a field near a bustling human settlement. The humans were startled but not hostile. They approached cautiously. Arkat and his team emerged. Their translator devices activated. A voice spoke in the language of Earth. "Greetings. We come in peace. We wish to learn of your culture." The humans exchanged glances. One stepped forward, a woman with bright eyes and an easy smile. She introduced herself as Maya. Her voice carried a warmth the Ishara had never encountered. "Welcome. You must be our visitors from the stars." Arkat felt an unusual sensation. He could not name it, but Maja's tone resonated with something deep within him. "We have received your transmissions," he explained. "We do not understand them, yet they affect us. We wish to know their purpose." Maya seemed puzzled at first. Then realization dawned. She laughed. The sound was musical, effortless. "Oh, you mean our music?" "Music." Arkat repeated the word. He tested its weight, its texture. "What is its function?" Maya thought for a moment. "It's hard to explain. Music isn't something you do because you have to. It's something you feel. It's art. It's joy. It's connection." Arkat processed this. The idea was alien to him. Feelings were not something the Ishara valued. But here on Earth, feelings seemed to guide everything. Maya gestured toward a nearby building. It was alive with lights and sound. "A club," she explained. "A place where people come together to dance and share music." "Would you like to see?" Arkat hesitated. Then he nodded. "Yes, we would like that." The Ishara delegation entered the club. The music hit them like a wave. It was louder, more powerful. The rhythms vibrated through their bodies. The lights pulsed in time. The humans moved with abandon. Their faces shone with exhilaration. Arkat stood frozen, overwhelmed. "What is this?" he asked Maya. She smiled. "This is the groove." Arkat and his delegation stood at the edge of the dance floor. The music enveloped them. It was relentless, pulsing, vibrating. The humans swayed and moved with a freedom the Ishara could not comprehend. Yet something stirred within them, something primal. Arcot felt his fingers twitch. His feet shifted subtly. He glanced at Vinara. She too seemed affected. Maya noticed and grinned. Don't fight it. Just let go. The groove will guide you. Let go. The words echoed in Arcot's mind. The Ishara were disciplined, focused. Letting go was not in their nature. Yet here he was, standing in a storm of sound. His logic could not shield him. A strange energy coursed through him. He felt alive. One by one, the Ishara began to move. It was hesitant at first, awkward, but the groove took hold. The rhythms found their way into their rigid forms. The humans cheered, encouraging, laughing, clapping. Arcot felt heat rising in his chest. Was this what humans called joy? Maya stepped forward. She held out her hand to Arcot. He hesitated, then placed his own in hers. She pulled him onto the dance floor. The lights spun. The music surged. Arcot found himself moving, not with precision, not with logic, but with feeling. He felt the rhythm, the beat, the pulse of Earth itself. The Ishara delegation followed. They abandoned their reservations. They danced, they swayed. The humans welcomed them. There was no judgment, only shared energy, shared connection. Vinara spun in circles, her silvery skin reflecting the lights like a prism. The crew clapped in time with the music. They laughed, they felt. Hours passed, or perhaps minutes. Time seemed to dissolve in the groove. Arcot finally stepped back. His chest heaved. His silvery face was flushed. Maya handed him a glass of water. He sipped it. His mind raced. How could something so simple, so unstructured, be so profound? Maya smiled at him. Now you get it, don't you? Arcot nodded slowly. I believe I do. When the night ended, the Ishara returned to their ship. They carried with them recordings of Earth's music, recordings of the groove. But more importantly, they carried something intangible, something that could not be measured or quantified. A piece of Earth's soul. As the envoy ascended back into space, Arcot stood by the viewport. He gazed at the blue planet below. We have learned much today, he said to Vinara. She stood beside him, her expression serene. Yes, we have learned that logic is not the only path to understanding. Arcot smiled. It was the first smile of his life. Perhaps the Ishara had more to learn. Perhaps their own rhythms could evolve. As Earth faded into the distance, the sounds of its music lingered in their minds. A reminder that in the vastness of the cosmos, connection could be found in the unlikeless places. The Ishara would return, not as observers, but as participants. For now they understood. The groove was universal, the groove was eternal, and it had called on them.